It's no secret that the Amazing Digital Circus is very popular. At the time of writing this video, the pilot episode is sitting at 250 million views after only being released 3 months ago. In its first 3 hours on YouTube, it's gained 1 million views, and after just 2 weeks on the platform, it gained 50 million views. And then another 2 weeks after that, it got to 100 million, and then a month after that, 200 million, and now we're at 250 million just 3 months later. This show is a hit, and there is no way around that whether you like it or not. But with massive popularity comes a lot of trouble. Communities like the Undertale community are known for being toxic and downright disgusting just because of its sheer mass. And this is the same for the Amazing Digital Circus. Today, we're gonna talk about how the Amazing Digital Circus was ruined by its fan base. Firstly, I'll say the most obvious reason the fanbase is so toxic. Just look at the art style and general vibe of the Amazing Digital Circus. Notice anything? All of the colors are bright. Some things constantly moving in a cartoony manner, slapstick humor stored throughout the entire episode. This show is just asking for a fanbase of young children. And if you look at the majority of the fanbase as well as the view count, it becomes even more apparent. Most of YouTube's top viewed videos are children's content. The most viewed video on YouTube is Baby Shark by Pinkfong, with over 7 billion views, almost the amount of people on Earth. Kids content is meant to be watched and rewatched. With the Amazing Digital Circus's eye-catching visuals and comedy, there is no wonder why every digital circus related piece of content is mostly enjoyed and consumed by little kids. But this just gets worse. With the fan base of small children comes one thing: people looking to capitalize off the success of the show. Whether it be fake merch, content farms, or downright disgusting and perverted content with clickbait thumbnails. People will do anything it takes to get kids hooked on their content, so that they will fall victim to doom scrolling through one's channel, earning them a lot of ad revenue. One common thing is thumbnails sexualizing the characters, showing images of characters in sexually explicit clothing and poses. This may be bad on its own, but once you consider that the videos are marketed towards children, it makes me sick to my stomach thinking about it in the first place. Children are impressionable, and exposing them to this Elsagate style content cannot be good for them in the long run. But these channels don't care because of the massive amounts of money they rake in. Secondly, the fake merch. This is what happens when someone makes unofficial merch with characters or designs from the show without permission from the creators and sell it to make a profit, and essentially are just stealing money from the show's creators. Not only is this kind of illegal, but the goods sold are usually very overpriced, as well as being very lacking in the quality department. So, not only are they stealing art, designs, and ideas from the creators of the Amazing Digital Circus, but they are also making a full profit from them. But they are also making a full profit from the sale of fake merch, such as unofficial plushies, t-shirts, and much more. Finally, we have the content farms. One search of the Amazing Digital Circus on YouTube, and you will see pretty much everything you need to know. People milking the Amazing Digital Circus cow dry by constantly making uninspired, lazy videos with no real thought or intent behind it, showing lack of care not only for the show, but their own YouTube channel. The channel Lankybox is one of the worst perpetrators of this. Their bright and colorful thumbnails with exciting visuals promise a stimulating experience, which young kids are drawn to almost immediately. This is made worse by uploads of some of the worst franchise milking I have ever seen. Also, I have realized that they post over 5 times a day. How is this even possible? It's beyond me, and I genuinely pray for any kid whose attention span is going to get destroyed by these YouTubers. Gooseworks even said when asked about what their villain origin story is, they said that it was Lankybox, and they are obviously a problem. It's sad to see content creation become more about money than passion lately, though I can't disrespect this hustle because these YouTubers do make a lot of money, which is exactly why they continue to make this content in the first place. But for me, that doesn't make it any less gross. Another thing that is ruining this amazing show, as well as people's experience with it, is the plethora of ships and sexual content produced with characters from the show. Artists will take their time and draw inappropriate artwork of characters from the Amazing Digital Circus, either for money or just because they want to. And while this might not be a big deal, we have to put ourselves in the mindset of the show's creator. Imagine how you would feel if a show's characters you worked so hard to create, design, animate, write, etc. were all made into a gross and inappropriate piece of art uploaded to the internet for for anyone to access. I can't imagine any of the show creators are okay with this. In fact, Gooseworks revealed during a Q&A on Tumblr that they talked to Glitch Productions, the show publishers, about copyright striking and removing this content featuring their IP and characters. And they have the legal right to do so as far as I know, but I'm not a lawyer, so take that with a grain of salt. Ships aren't as bad on the other hand, but can get freaky as well. A ship is when someone makes a relationship up between two characters and writes stories to other content relating to their ship. A popular ship being Jax and Pomni in a relationship. While this isn't nearly as bad as the previous point, it still somewhat goes against the intent for the character's development and more. The show creator Gooseworks said they did not really mind the ships though, but some members of the community may find it disturbing or just weird, which of course is understandable. I guess it just depends on who you are, and I'll leave it up to you to decide if you are okay with this kind of thing or not. The last thing that I really wanted to touch on is what the future will be for the amazing digital circus. Gooseworks has actually touched on this topic quite a few times during her Q&A on Tumblr. She said that she regrets using such a bright and stimulating color scheme in her show because of the way that children are drawn to bright colors on a screen. Of course, if I made something for older audiences and saw it become favorable among younger children, of course I'd be happy at its success. But I would also feel that it missed its target audience. And the work that I spent making sure that the correct audience enjoys it is essentially wasted at the end of the day. Younger children don't really care about that. Children tend to whatever they want on YouTube, unguided by a parent watching what they consume. They watch the amazing digital circus, whether it is official content or low effort, soulless slop, and enjoy it all the same. So why wouldn't the showrunners give up on this effort? I mean, at the end of the day, they still make that bread. This is a sad thing to think about though, because now children below the age of 4 can go on the internet and access anything without a parent monitoring them and enjoying whatever content this underdeveloped brain desires, leaving long-lasting effects on attention spans and possibly stunting their growth. It is also a grim reality, but anyways, back to Digital Circus. Gooseworks has said in a Q&A they will continue putting love into the show if the fan base is good, and based on posts made after that, I would say that Gooseworks thinks we failed. When asked about her thoughts on the fan base, she even said on Tumblr that the fan base is fine, but on other sites, the fan base is definitely iffy, meaning that it needs improvement for sure. This is very disappointing, and it makes me wonder about the possible coincidences of the fans' behavior. I thought about this for a while, and while I don't think that the creators would just end the show, as that is neither in the fans nor the creators' best interest, but I think that this continued behavior could possibly get the showrunners tired of the fan base's behavior and lose motivation and creativity. Once this happens, they will have to keep creating shows, of course. But at this point, it's already over because it's more about making people happy and making money than telling a story. This is what's so beautiful about indie art, whether it be music, games, or animation. It isn't about the money. It's about soul and passion. Passion is what leads to amazing creations like the amazing Digital Circus. And we can only hope that the fan base behaves itself long enough for this show to be completed as best as it possibly can so that everyone will be happy by the end. But if you guys enjoyed